What's that called again?
二胡.
What?
二胡.
We've talked about this.
My dad plays.
You're right. Does it touch the ground? Sit on the ground?
No. It sits
On your lap.
On the lap.
Is that it too? Is that one too?
Is it? I think so.
如果让我遇见你，而你正当年轻，用最真的心换你最深的情。如果让你遇见我，而我依然
More traditionally influenced. Do I know her?
You've seen her once.
年轻，也相信永恒是不变的曾经。如果让我离开你，而你能平静，只愿你放心，也不要你担心。如果让你离开我，假装我也平静，就算是
I can't tell if she reminds me of Golingna of sincerely of her tone, or if it's just because that's who's in my mind of a female doing the more traditionally influenced sound. Does she actually resemble her tone a little bit?
Not the tone.
Not at all?
I don't think it's the tone. Golingna is more brighter, I feel like.
She has some pretty bright moments.
She's
But I also...
generally got us, I don't know.
Well, that more traditional sound pushes the brightness.
Yeah.
相信，也当作是无心。
No, you're right. Golingna brighter.
时空阻隔，岂知
You're right.
长路迢迢，情丝缠绕，岂是长发飘飘。
More piercing even. This is a little bit more mellow.
It's more chesty, I felt like.
风尘俗世的
I wouldn't say this.
为什么总是多情惹烦恼？
Like I feel like if we're looking at like an EQ band, this is like 800 to 1.2K.
I was just gonna say, for me, chesty means something very particular,
Yeah,
but this
yeah.
is kind of like when you go to the hairstylist and you say caramel, I want my hair to be the
Yeah,
color
yeah,
caramel,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
hairstylist thinks caramel's something very different.
Yeah.
应该化作雨，投入海的胸襟，却含着泪水，任孤独的飘零。
Like she has more body around that area I'm talking
She-
about, and Golingna would be like more like the 2000 hertz up.
That's such a nerdy description, but yes, I understand what you're saying. She does. This is actually what I was trying to describe when we were talking about Jackie Chung, where a singer, when they get into the lower part of their voice, they exaggerate the bass. Maybe that's the best way to say it.
Yeah.
They exaggerate the bottom end by like, it's a chamber shape.
Yeah.
It's and actually probably dropping the larynx. That is what I should have said. Sorry, that was not on the tip of my brain. I think it might be because what happens when we drop the larynx is we make a bigger.
But this doesn't sound affected. Like it doesn't sound like.
No,
it's-
hers is very subtle, but I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
think because this is an example of a singer doing it with. It's not on purpose.
It
It's
sounds
just
neutral to me.
I don't. Well,
It's not like.
yeah, but you can drop your larynx without going full SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Like, if you listen to this last passage, you have to remember that to a singer, half of a millimeter drop is going to change the shape of the sound, and we're used to making those teeny tiny adjustments. Same like for a runner, they're used to like, oh, I'm going to turn my ankle in or whatever.
Right,
So
yeah.
those subtle things just
They may
create.
not be that.
It's not extreme.
Exaggerated.
Yeah.
却含着泪水，任孤独的飘零。
Gudu, yeah,
Yeah, see,
gudu.
"Ooh-doo." She's like, "Na, na, na, doo-doo-doo." Like, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah,
Little-
yeah,
like thicken it up at the bottom.
本是属于我的你， 看尽，却无缘再聚。愿苍天变了心。
That's actually a lot of restraint. I love hearing singers pull with no vibrato, and she barely did add it. She just let it.
Yeah.
Which means also, to not put vibrato is actually very risky and challenging.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I learned this, stop me if I've said this before, but in the early in my career, I always thought it would be I would be like cool if I got to sing on commercials.
Yeah.
Have I talked about this?
You did.
Yes. So that is the first circumstance where I was asked to not do vibrato. And in the moment, though first of all, I struggled to shut it off because nobody had ever asked me to.
Yeah.
Then when I actually got my head together and stopped, I was like, holy crap, you really have to be steady.
Yeah.
Because vibrato, we're on purposely changing the note.
Yeah.
And when you get used to doing that, you don't have to be extremely steady because you're on purposely you're not. So it's quite challenging.
Yeah.
And singers don't do it very often. I mean, even listen to her. Look at how much vibrato she uses.
Yeah, exactly.
Same placement, right?
Yeah,
Any
yeah.
instrument.
Yeah.
Ooh, listen to that pitch bend.
Now that's Chinese opera style. Yeah, that's Chinese opera.
Oh, so she shifted gears, hey? Yeah. It almost makes me wonder, you know how jazz music has what we call scat? Ski-da-da-da-bo-dee-da-da, which is actually the singer emulating the solo
of the instrument. Or something,
It almost makes me feel like this emulates the sound of that instrument.
Yes.
That Chinese, like the Chinese opera sound is like,
Yes. Chinese instruments. Yes.
Yeah. And the vowels are really extreme. Look at that girl. She's like, ooh, she's in it. Love that.
Working hard. God.
I love her. Holy, her vibrato. Like it almost wasn't vibrato.
It's stylized that way.
Yeah. It's so pinchy.
Yeah.
Whoa, her vibrato is so like that's so much control.
Yeah.
That girl. Look at her face even. I love her. She's like in it.
That's
You lost me.
That's Chinese opera.
Okay.
That's Chinese opera.
Okay. Back to more pop or whatever you want to call it, contemporary.
Yeah.
爱的胸襟，却含着泪水，任孤独的飘零。本是属于我的你，痛把人生看尽，却无缘再聚。愿苍天变了，苍天变了。
Cool. Yeah.
here twice.
That's bizarre. Interesting. It's like the instrument. It's like sounding like the instrument.
Yeah.
This was a really interesting performance.
Yo, I think this is cultural difference too. This shows because, in terms of like, if you put vibrato on a violin, it's not this kind of vibrato, right?
You mean the kind of vibrato she's singing, or the one that what is it called? The hoo-ha?
Ones,
what is this instrument called?
Did you say hoo-ha?
What's it called?
二胡. Hoo-ha. What the hell is hoo-ha? Hoo-ha! Yeah.
二胡.
二胡.
Okay, 二胡.
Goes up. 二胡.
二胡.
Yeah,
Oh
perfect.
man.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
You mean the vibrato of the 二胡, or?
I mean in general, like music stylization.
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't probably play with vibrato like that. Here, the idea of vibrato for the most here is to vibrato came about to vary the sound so the ear didn't fatigue on long holds.
Yes.
That's really how it came about.
Yeah.
And the way it's mostly used here, if I was speaking in very general terms, is for it to be a subdued way to give the ear a little break. Give the ear a little break from a long held note. In this performance, it is being played with as a tool of evoking emotion, of being playful, of changing the sound, of... She's almost using vibrato not even just as vibrato, but she slowed it down enough that it was part of the melody.
Yeah.
And...
I'm not just talking about her vocal, I'm talking about the instruments.
Oh, certainly.
The Chinese instrumentation has slower, bigger, loopier vibrato in general.
Well, more defined, more purposeful, more showy. That's what I'm saying I'm learning.
And maybe that's why Chinese audience is more acceptable
Absolutely.
to the bigger
Absolutely.
vocal vibrato.
Absolutely. I feel like we're like archaeologists.
Yes.
Like music archaeologists right now. Even, years ago I would have said, oh, who am I to even make a comment or a prediction about something as bold, like make such a bold claim?
Yeah.
But I actually believe that we are on to something.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly, like it's very real. Again, the comparison I made of jazz music and scat, I think that it is a version of that, where it has singers have been inspired by these, in this case, ancient instruments, I assume.
You know what? If we dig into Japanese music, I'm sure we'll find something similar too.
Sure.
To their instruments.
I feel maybe Indian as well.
Yes.
Indian, and I just had
Just any culture.
Any of it,
Any
it's all...
culture.
Oh, of course, different instruments
related.
and musicians are going to be inspired by the other instruments around them and the things that buoyed up the music they listened to in their youth and their parents' parents. Yeah, it's really quite interesting.
Very interesting.
And this was a great performance. Not to distract from her performance. This was
She's
a very
good.
controlled performance. Yes.
She's very, very good.
Yes.
Santa, tell me if you're really there. Don't make me fall in love again if he won't be here next year. Santa, tell me if he really cares, 'cause I can't give it all away if he won't be here next year.
Hello, my friends. Rozette here. Firstly, I want to start by thanking all of you for subscribing to our Billy monthly membership. We never even announced it, we never even promoted it, and yet here you are. We are flattered, we are touched. Thank you. So we've been thinking long and hard about what we can offer you guys as far as exclusive perks go, and here's what we came up with. If you are a monthly member on Billy, you can now participate by sending us a video of you for me to review. Our plan is to choose 5 videos per month if we have enough qualifying submissions, which will go into a brand new one-take challenge reaction episode. Here are the rules. Number 1, you can only submit a video of yourself. It has to be you. And when you submit it, you give us permission to use your video on our channel. Rule number 2, this is a one-take challenge, my friends. So no camera cuts, no pitch correction, no big editing. If you are an industry professional and you want to do a little mixing, add a little bit of reverb, be my guest. But if you start adding pitch correction and editing, you know I'll probably hear it and I'll probably point it out. So one take. Please sound human. Rule number 3, each member can only submit one video per month, and that video can be only one song, 3 to 5 minutes long. Rule number 4, you can wear a mask if you like. I would be happy to review a video of Batman or Spider-Man or whoever you might be, but I have to see your mouth. I have to see your lips and your mouth, okay? Rule number 5, video quality. It's gotta be decent. You can use your phone, you can use whatever, but it has to look good, at least 720p HD. Rule number 6, sound quality has to be pretty darn good. I need to be able to hear you, your voice clearly. So don't shoot this video in a karaoke bar or at a bus stop or out in public. No ambient noise, clinking and clanking and forks and knives and stuff. I need to hear your vocal detail clearly. And from me, I promise to give you the same love and compassion and respect that I give all the artists I review, and the same critical eye. I am freaking stoked. Send your videos. Let's go!
Can be. 夜里的站台，末班车离开，那也许是本可以拯救我。